Yo, Breezie, it's
Yo,
time for round 5. You ready?
I plead the fifth from the fifth flow.
This is going to be a good one.
Just spin the wheel, yo. We ain't even got time. What up, everybody? Salutations. Let's go.
Yes. All right. All right.
Guys, we are on the 5th round picks of the San Francisco 49ers. Shout out to all the crews out there. Air horns. Mike, you look discombobulated. Let me help you out a little bit. Let's get rid of that. Okay. All right. Let me not help you out. That's what took you so long. You done found new sound effect. Okay. All right. I see what's going on. All right. So this is a big, long list for the 5th round selections for the San Francisco 49ers since the 2017 regime. Long list. And 2 of them are all pros. The majority of them aren't here anymore. But let's talk about this 5th round selection. Safety, all pro safety, Talanoa Hufanga. Mike.
Yeah, so Huff came in and people were calling him the next Ronnie Lott. And I think that he is not. Huff has been serviceable. He's been good. He plays with a lot of energy.
You just did. You just rhymed.
He plays with his hair on fire, so to speak. But sometimes that can cause him to be a little out of place. A lot of pros, a lot of cons. But he looks like a guy who's in his second year. I'm not mad at what we've seen from Talanoa so far. And he's coming back from an injury. As far as the need goes, I give the pick as far as identifying the need an A. As far as the player, I give it a B. I give it a B, B minus. He's
okay.
Right there.
I think I agree with you as far as the need. I feel like we always need a safety, whether it's for depth, whether it's to start. And, you know, we definitely need some this year. So I definitely give the need an A. But I'm a B plus on this one. I do know that he hasn't transitioned into. It's hard to say he hasn't transitioned into something when he became an all pro. And, you know, he has an innate ability for timing the snap and the football, but he does have a lot of areas where he continues to struggle. But I will give him a solid B plus on this one. I'll look at the chat and see what the chat is doing. Leon Sandcastle with the A plus. You can get ready to go. We got A minus. What's going on, everybody? Tongan Tiger. Yes, I like that. All right, DJ Reed. I like this one.
142, man. DJ Reed was a pick that I really, really like. Talk about corners and safeties. Like, this guy was versatile as a mug, played with a nice sense of physicality. I give the pick itself an A, and I give the player also a B, B minus. I got him around the where I had Talanoa Hufanga. He just didn't stick here. He went other places and did his thing.
I mean, he had to go to other places because he was a free agent. And when you become a free agent, usually the team that offers you the best deals where you go. So it's funny. I just feel like when we're grading if you're giving a grade off of need, we always need corners. We always need DBs. Like, we always need DBs. So the need grade is going to always be B plus to the A. As far as what he did with the team, he was versatile, but I don't think he did anything to stand out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more of the B minus area for DJ Reed. He's in the B's. He was definitely a good player. He was just one of those players you couldn't afford to keep because you thought you drafted some other guys that were going to come in and replace his production. And unfortunately, you can't place, because DJ Reed, if he was still with the Niners, he would have been a nickelback, like, hands down. Like, he would have been.
He'd been phenomenal. They tried to get cute with him. They cut him, and then the Seahawks came and scooped him up. They were trying to do that little stash, put him on the thing, and the Seahawks were like, "Yeah, nah, come on over here." And he went over in Seattle and had a good season. And then the Jets were like, "Oh, now you a free agent? Now we got you," because they had they knew him. Robert Saleh knew who he was.
And it's funny because you can't stash players when you're the San Francisco 49ers. Teams are watching.
Mm-hmm.
We did that with Caden Smith, the tight end. We thought we were going to be able to stash him
Mm-hmm.
1 year, and then he got scooped up by the Giants. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I would give him a A if he was still with the team, but I'm gonna give him a B. But the pick was an A for sure.
the pick was an A. I give him a B minus. I just think that, like I said, I think he had an injury, which was where the stashing. Can't remember. Something wasn't. All I know is DJ Reed, if he was on this squad, man, we would have us a good, versatile DB. I would say that. I don't know where he is now in his career.
Okay. Yeah, he was placed on an active non-football injury at the start of training camp in July 2020 and then waived with
That's
a
what
non-football
happened.
injury designation. Right. And the Seahawks signed. So he was waived on the 4th. Seahawks signed him on the 5th.
On the 5th.
He went over there. And
they took a chance on his injury. We tried to say he was injured. The Seahawks called our bluff, and they.
Well, no, he was. He didn't play until November, like October 31st,
because of the rule. They put him on that because of that rule. He couldn't play for the first 6 weeks of football. If you're on the NI, the NFI, you can't. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it was. It might be different now. But we know that Kyle Shanahan does this. He did this to Robert Bill Jr.
And there he is. My man's been waiting in the wings, ready to go out there and get his chance, man.
I don't know if I grade this pick as high because I don't know if we needed to draft an edge rusher at this late in the draft. If we were going to get an edge rusher, it should have been earlier, but I felt like we had a plethora of them. But he's a specific skill set of edge rushers, bro. He's speed, all speed.
Yes, I like that.
It's a B pick for me, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's definitely a B plus pick for me. I like that. I like that. I can see that little range right there, 85, 89 area, right? You always can use more help on the edge, especially with a team that's constantly trying to find it. You know what I'm saying? And he's here now. He's ready to come out and try to make a name for himself. He has some flashes. As far as a player himself, though, I got to give. It's closer to like a C to an incomplete because we just haven't seen enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of injuries, rookie season, and then really not being able to get in the way he probably wanted. But he did get some snaps with the San Francisco 49ers his rookie season. And this is the year where you get to really evaluate him, right? Like if he comes out and does what he needs to do, because you got guys like Drake Jackson that are looking to make the step up. You got a bunch of guys at the edge position. So he's going to have
be a really nice competitive room.
I agree. And I think this is what the Niners, want.
Building by design. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, you said what I was trying to say was trying to get a guy with that's one trick pony kind of like late in the draft. Like if you really wanted an edge rusher, you should have really looked to get one, like one of the top ones. But they couldn't. I mean, we didn't have a first round pick. We didn't even have a second round pick that year. So
mm-hmm.
He was the second of the 5th round picks in last year's draft too. I think Deommodore Lenoir was the first of the 5th round picks in this draft, 2021. I think he went before Hufanga, if I'm not mistaken, out of Oregon.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Yeah, the hyena is what we call him. Again, DBs, A. We need them. We always need DBs. You know why? Because we don't ever invest the first round picks on DBs. So we're always needing DBs.
Yeah.
Right?
No, because now you got reality setting in on me while we're talking. It makes a lot of sense what you're saying. They throw the first round picks in the trenches, and they throw a lot of bodies at the secondary group. Mm-hmm. They just put bodies there, and see, all right, who's the best of what we got.
And they throw a lot of, let's be specific. They throw a lot of first round picks on the defensive trenches. That's a couple of first round. Yeah. It was only one first round offensive lineman in this regime, and that's Mike McGlinchey. right? But the majority of the first rounders go to the defensive front. Let's just keep it a buck. But
So
again, the pick, I give it an A. The
come on.
the value like of where he is, I'm at an A minus. My question is like, is he going to have the contract season that he needs to do two things: secure a spot with the 49ers or secure his future in the NFL by pricing himself out on another team? So I'm hoping.
I hope he plays so well he prices himself out.
I know. And here's what I'm hoping doesn't happen to him, because there's a different price market for outside corners and nickelbacks. Yep. And I already feel like the San Francisco 49ers are going to force him to play nickelback. Remember the argument between Jim? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, just want to make sure people,
because we on the same page.
No. It's not us. It's not you. I want to make sure people remember the issue that Jimmy Ward had.
Down. Tell him.
Yeah. So Jimmy Ward didn't want to be. He wanted to play safety because the market for safety paid more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so what the Niners did was they allowed Talanoa Hufanga to play back there due to the injury that Jimmy Ward had. And then they went and picked up Tashawn Gibson, who's still a free agent as of right now. It's only two free agents left from the 49ers, Ross Dwelley and Tashawn Gibson. And so that's crazy to me now that I think about it. Like, wait, Jalen Moore might have been the first 5th round pick of this draft. Did we have 3 5th rounders in 21?
We did.
So he was the first. Diamador Lenore was the second. And Funga was the third.
I thought you meant between him and the guys in the second.
No, I did at that time, but I forgot that there were 3.
Mm-hmm. So Jalen Moore, man, what are your thoughts on here?
Man, I think they were trying to develop him into like a swing tackle, and then like he just didn't seem much of a swing. And so then the San Francisco 49ers went like a different route. Remember last season, they went a totally different route. They got rid of the swing tackle and got like a swing offensive lineman. I don't know if you peeped that, but they let him designated Jalen Moore to the left side. And then, they had somebody to play predominantly on the right side. So they kind of got rid of the swing tackle position. The games that he started in when he knew he was going to be a starter, I thought he played all right. But, again, offensive lineman is a need. They were able to get an offensive lineman in the 5th round. I don't know. It's like it's a B for the draft. And as far as his play, I'm at like a C minus to a C, man. Like I'm not seeing the fruition of what we were hoping to get from Jalen Moore, but it's a 5th round pick. It's like they either gonna make it or they not. And we currently have a 5th round pick starting at right tackle. I don't know if you noticed that.
A 5th round pick starting at tackle?
Right tackle. Colton McKivitz was the 5th round pick.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was trying to find out some history on Jalen Moore while you were speaking. I'm always going to give it, if you're investing in the offensive line, I'm going to give it a low A. Like I just don't think you have enough offensive linemen. Especially with this team, we just throw bodies there and just see, like we do with the corners. Like, let's just see who rises to the top and see. This kid was a tight end in school. He was a
no, I know. Was he? He was a tight. Yeah, he was a tight end in college, high school. Okay.
I'm sorry,
because we know
tight end in high school, and then 2-star recruit, and then just bounced all over the offensive line in college. So they were like, "Oh, okay, come bounce around here then. Let's see what you could do." And when he fills in, he plays well. I'm actually going to give the pick a B minus. I'm going to give the player a B plus because I'm not going to hold it against him that they move him all over the place.
Yeah, but he hasn't played enough to earn a B plus. He didn't play well enough to earn a B plus, even on the limited snaps that he played. But if that's your grade, I'm not going to sit here and argue with your grade. But he's not good.
I don't know whose job he was supposed to come in and take in order to play.
It's not about him trying to take a job, but there were times due to injury he had to start and he wasn't good. That's my point. But your point is because he hasn't developed. But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is, bro. You get an opportunity, you never want to come out. Hey, I don't care if it's Trent Williams' job. I'm not coming out. Like make the coach make the decision. I like how Mike tried to shut me up and spin the wheel, but it's all good.
No, he was talking over before.
Nah, it's all good. It's cool. Ah, Dre Greenlaw, the injured 49er.
Who is this? Who is Dre Greenlaw? Like, can you? Is he any good? He's a footballer.
Yeah, he's one of the best linebackers in the NFL. Let's just call it what it is. His grade is an A. The only issue, you know what
This is Mr. Apostrophe right here, man.
you know, why you say he's Mr. Apostrophe?
His name is like Keandre.
Keandre.
It's Keandre, and his middle name got an apostrophe. Oh wait, I gotta look it up now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Keandre Jaquan Greenlaw.
Greenlaw.
So both his first and second name have apostrophes.
Yeah, what we need him to do is like if I had to give him a health grade, it'd probably be like a D. This dude's always injured, yo.
Oh my god! So the pick was an A. We needed a linebacker. We needed some help.
Yeah, okay. The player grade is an A too. I don't know if we needed help.
Yes.
I don't know if we needed the help, but he was definitely a steal of the draft. We had Fred Warner. I believe, was Reuben Foster gone at this time?
I think this is when he was leaving. I'm pretty sure.
I felt like we had other vets too, though. Like, you know what I mean? But not like honestly, like.
Yeah, Reuben Foster. Reuben Foster was here that year in 2018. He was the right linebacker. Fred Warner. We were playing a. Oh,
we're playing 4-3. Wow.
No, there's no three linebackers. There's only two on here. That's really weird. They have Quan Williams, Adrian Colbert, Jaquiski Tart, Sherman Spoon, Reuben Foster, Fred Warner, Eric Armstead, Buckner Mitchell, and Solomon Thomas as the defensive starters. That's just based off a snap count, though. That's how they put it like that. That is weird.
So let's just pull up this comment from Mark. So if this is how I'm supposed to look at 5th round picks, I'm asking you. So Mark says, "Why am I acting like Moore was supposed to be some future Pro Bowler?" I don't think I ever said that. I don't think I even insinuated that he was supposed to be a future Pro Bowler. I said when he was in the game, he didn't play well. That's what I said. I think that's exactly what I said. There were some snaps he did great, and there was more snaps where he didn't do great. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with my evaluation on Jalen Moore? I'm asking a question. All right, when he got drafted, 5th round pick. Didn't I give the draft grade a B?
Because of the offensive line, yeah.
Yeah, but as far as his player grade, it's not a B. It's not. It's C. I said a C. I said if you're telling me he came in and
even a C is a good grade though. A C is a good grade. That's not a
right.
Passing.
He was average. Yeah. I don't. Mark, why are you always starting shit with me? I don't get it. Like, I didn't say anything negative about Jalen Moore other than the fact that he's not good. There's nothing wrong with him not being good. I wish he would be better. I think the 49ers got to be better at drafting players. They got to do better at evaluating these guys, especially if they're going to take a chance on a player in the 5th round that Mike just called out and said was all over the place in college, all over the offensive line. The one thing we know about the 49ers is we love versatility. We don't care. It's you versatile? Oh, you the pick. Well, how well did you play there? It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Right.
That's why we can't get a good offensive line. I don't want to start preaching, and I know we got 10 minutes left to go over like 5 players, but that's why we can't get a good offensive line right now. Because we want everybody that can play everywhere instead of letting anybody go anchor their position. You give me 5 anchors on the offensive line, and then you go out and get guys that can back up anybody.
So I'm gonna be honest, when you spin the wheel, you got all these sound effects. I can't hear you, so I'm sure they can't hear you. No, that's not good. I think you should just not talk until the sound's finished.
All I was saying was that's to our detriment. I'm cool with having versatile pieces, but you go out and get 4 or 5 anchors on your offensive line, and then you get the versatile pieces that can come in case one of them goes down. You can't have one anchor and 4 versatile pieces.
So this is where he's saying, this is what I said. I know what I said. That's number one. But I would say that for any player. So if I came and took Mike's job, I'm not trying to give Mike his job back. I don't care how good of a friend we are. I'm gonna bust my ass and make the coach make the decision. I think that's what I said. Like
you said his mindset should be that. Yeah,
that should be the mindset of the player, of everybody though. Anything in life.
We don't know that's not a mindset.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
He's not. I mean, he might not be able to physically keep his job from him, but that don't mean that he's just like, oh, I'm gonna give Trent his job back.
I don't know.
No.
All I know is
2023, man. Last year.
Is this you took the words right out of my mouth. It just hit me how many of these dudes are free agents next year. Like it just really hit me. More Hafunga, all of them. The ones from the ones from this particular draft, not this draft. All right, Darrell Luter Jr., another player that showed signs at OTAs, and then developed the injury. And then he was weak. So I don't know.
For the pick?
Nah, because we needed corners. Like I told you, like when we need corners, it's always a grade A for me for the draft.
Did we need corners last year?
We needed corners. We always need corners.
Wayne.
Because you still need guys to play on special teams, and then you're hoping that these guys come in here and develop, because you're not going to be able to keep just starting corners forever unless you really have that one. You be like, yo, we're going to give you the deal.
We thought Ambry Thomas and Demo were going to battle out for CB2 at the end of last year because Ambry Thomas came on strong. Not this past season.
But you still needed depth, Mike. Like you still need corners. Like
the loser becomes depth, right?
So that's one depth.
Okay, and then
Then you draft. Okay.
Did we have other guys at this time?
Apparently not. I mean, we brought in some vets, but they didn't even make the squad. They ended up on the practice squad. There was a couple of depths.
I wasn't against the pick, but a lot of people kept saying that he showed. I don't know if I wasn't watching preseason closely.
No, I said at practice. So OTAs is different than preseason.
OTAs, okay.
But he didn't even play in the preseason. I didn't think. I thought he was injured.
Maybe because I don't remember seeing him do anything. People are like, Mike, he's the guy. I'm telling you, gotta watch out. When he's healthy, he's gonna be the guy. I'm like, where are y'all getting this from? I don't see it.
So from the Senior Bowl, he was the guy. So from the Senior Bowl, he was a lockdown corner that is very physical at the line of scrimmage, which means he was going to draw some flags. And he did at the Senior Bowl too, but the Niners took a chance on him. I just feel like the injury slowed down the process for Darrell Luter Jr., but he's back in year 2, and you're going to see what happens. So play grade, is it incomplete or is it like a D? Because he did play.
He did play. He got some special teams runs, and I don't know if he got on the field much, if at all.
Felt like he got on the field, but I think he got
that incomplete.
He got burnt in the end zone.
Yeah, so I'm going to give him an incomplete. It's just, I don't know. I felt like it was overkill at the position, but if he got on the field, they must have needed him. So what do I know? But the pick is a B minus. I mean, like you said, you can't go wrong with how this team treats corners. So you can't go wrong.
It's just unfortunate that they like. All right, so you can spin the wheel. I'll talk after.
How you know they can hear you over the wheel?
Because I could just tell when you spin it, like it takes a lot of the. Or yours might clash, like you might got a setting on or something. Another pick, right? 5th round pick. Samuel Womack.
Whole secondary from the 5th round.
Bro.
Yo, this is crazy. I feel like we keep talking about DVs the whole time, man.
First of all, I don't know why the Niners. So I see my boy Mark said, Mark had a dope statement. He's like, yo, who started at CB2 at the beginning of 22? Womack got benched in week 2 for Demo. It was Ambry Thomas. Remember, they started going Ambry Thomas. It was Ambry Thomas.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I thought at 23 it was overkill because it was a battle between.
No, it wasn't Ambry Thomas. This was 22. He says 22. 23 was Ambry Thomas. I remember Demo playing a lot of outside in 22.
I think you're okay. Listen, the draft that happens in 23 was a 2022-2023
No,
season.
he's talking about 2022 though. Like I remember that. I remember because Ambry struggled that
3-year draft.
But Ambry struggled in that season. That was the season Ambry took the steps backwards. 21 was his rookie season, and then we thought he was gonna be cornerback 2. And then 2023, they predominantly moved Demo.
Oh, he started. Okay, I got you. He started. I see it. 5 games in 2021, his rookie year.
Yes, but toward the end of the year.
That was towards the end of the year.
Correct.
Right. And heading into 2022, 2023, he didn't start any games.
That's what I thought, Mark. So, Mark, you answered your own question. I felt like he answered his own question.
And then in the past year, this past season, he started 6 games. Okay.
Yeah. Look, we always need corners. I just wish for once. Listen. We got 4 more players. I wouldn't be mad for once if the 49ers saw a cornerback at 31 in the first round and they just did it. I would be so happy. I would be so happy. I would just be like, thank you, God. They got one. Because think about these top corners in the league. They like the younger ones. Like they go in the first round and they really stand out. And if you draft a kid like Kool-Aid McKinstry or one of those top tier corners that you might be able to get toward the end of the draft, like the first round, man, you have a guy for 5 years and you could just chillax.
It's okay. He'll be playing nickel by his 30. Samuel Womack, I give the pick itself. I give the pick itself a B. I give the player's ability.
No.
I give his usage.
No, Mike. It's just 1 grade. Mike, you always change up, bro. We ain't give nobody else player ability a grade. I ain't even give the grade. He just spin the wheel. Damn. Like, Mike is rude. How rude.
All right,
F.
before we talk about before we talk about Trent Taylor, give me your Womack grades and I'll pop
F.
You give the Womack grade an F?
No, I don't give it an F. I know where you were going with it because they're not utilizing him right. But at the end of the day, man, he not doing anything to make his case to get out there on the football field. So it ain't about them utilizing you right. It's when you get the opportunity, you gotta make it work. It's the dog eat dog world, bro. Like, you know how it is. Like, remember his rookie year? They put him in the slot in that Atlanta game. He got cooked. The one game Kyle Pitts went off. He ain't go off no other game. It was the one game. Kyle Pitts, I know I had him in fantasy, and then after that, he was trash for the rest of the season. But that week they played the Niners, he cooked. But it was because they put Womack in the slot. You put a little guy on this big giant. Anyway, my grade for Womack is a C. But the draft grade though, I thought was definitely a B plus. I think we always need these guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. Their first year of the draft, 2017, pick 177. Look at that, 17177.
That's kind of dope.
Taylor. Yeah, it looks cool with the T's in there too. I'm looking at how all right, aesthetically, it's very pleasing on the eyes. So Trent Taylor, wide receiver. We needed it. This was a rebuild. We needed every position. It's hard to give any of these position grades a bad grade in 2017. They just gutted the whole team. So wide receiver being an important position. This guy was third in Jawan before third in Jawan was a thing. And so I'm going to give the pick itself a B. I'm going to give the player, while here, an A. He also did some punt return duties. Maybe an A minus. An A might be a little too high.
You give this player an A?
I do, man. I do. Trent Taylor, when healthy.
But that's not fair though, because a lot of people when healthy they would have better grades. Health is part of the grade.
If I include health in it, I got to drop him down to a C. But he's still serviceable. Those
Oh,
are still
yeah, look, I thought the Trent Taylor. I didn't. Let me be honest. I didn't know much about Trent Taylor until we drafted him. I think he went to Louisiana Tech. But he had some really good hands. Like you know what I
and
mean.
3-cone. That's what everyone's
His
like. Oh
three
my God,
cone,
hand loves the 3-cone.
yeah, his 3-cone was like top tier. But it's unfortunate that he couldn't find a way to stay healthy with the Niners, yo. And it's just like he could just never he can never get off. Pause. So
I wouldn't walk it back. I'll take it back. I
it's a
probably
C it's a C plus for me for Trent. I think he had the ceiling though to be a B plus A minus. I would have
right.
loved to see what he could have done. But after the injuries, you have to move. You had to move on. Like you know what I mean. Like you had to.
I think his rookie year was standing out so much in my head that I like 27 first downs.
He was nice.
Crazy. 10 yards of reception. He had a couple touchdowns, but like he was doing his thing his rookie year. You know,
Yeah, but he was like
51% of his passes, but it was all downhill from there. Like once they figured him out, that was it. So I apologize. I'll probably give him a C minus looking at it that way. So how many we got left? We got a few minutes left to do this. Oh, we're going with the best pick in the fifth round of the worst. So here we go. Oh, it is the worst.
Good old West Virginia country road. Take me home. Colt McKivitz.
Man, offensive line. I'm going to give the pick a B. The player, I'll give him a C. I'm not mad at Colt McKivitz. It's not his fault. He's not a premier physical player.
I mean, if I follow
serviceable.
Yeah, man, if I follow the theory of my brother Mark out there, I mean, 5th round pick. Like, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Like for a 5th round pick to do, but I got to give him some credit. Like I give him a C plus. I give him a C plus. This dude battled and found a way to be the starter. You know what I'm saying? And found a way to get an extension too. On top of that, like
you throwing a shot at Mark, saying you gonna take a starting job and not give it back up. I see what you're doing. You tried to do it in the most respectful way. I see what you did there.
But Mark, I'm not taking shots at you, but this what we do, fam. This is what we do. But Mike, you a snitch. Just want you to know that.
That was a big shot. Don't give up the starting role once you get in there. I see what you did there.
Look. Once you get the opportunity, it's your job. It's your job to keep it, because somebody always trying to take your spot. You know where I learned that from?
Eminem.
No, Ed McCaffrey. I was listening to him one day on the radio, and it was about playing injured and playing hurt. He said, if your ass is hurt, you better get out there, put a Band-Aid on, keep it going. If you injured, you can't play. But if you hurt, you better get out there, because there's the next man up is really trying to take you back. Like, it's very competitive. I love it, yo. Mark, it's all love too, bro. Hope you know that. Oh, this is just A's. It's just A's. Yeah, there's nothing really talk about when it comes to George Kittle. We talk about an all-pro right here. Felt like he could have been all-pro several seasons, but injuries held him back. But he remained to find ways to get out there on the football field. And when he's out there, when he's targeted, he does the damn thing. Mike, I'm sure your grade is going to be lower than an A, but his draft grade, I guess you said we needed every position this year. So you're probably going to give it a B. I'll give it an A.
I'll give it an A.
And his player grade, I'm going to give it an A. So
it's I thought you said that the availability played into it. You got to pick a side.
It did, but I gave Dre Greenlaw an A, and these guys are starters. So these guys, yeah,
I'll give them an A, because it's not just about when they're out there. They're all pros when they're out there.
That
buys you some of the go sit down a couple games. So it's okay. It's all right. If you got anything less than an A for George Kittle, whether it be pick or performance,
that was funny. First, I thought you was coming for me for a little bit. I was like, this motherfucker gonna try to check me.
I was just messing with you, but I don't have time to keep going because.
Who's the other player from Louisiana Tech? Because I know you looked it up because you were a cheater.
No, I didn't look it up. I thought it was Cape. I remember Trent Taylor talking about another receiver on the team. I thought it was Kendrick Bourne. Was it not Kendrick? Oh no, Kendrick Bourne went to the school that the receiver from the Rams went to.
Yeah, this is Cooper. What's that dude? Cooper Kupp. Yeah, they went to the same school.
I thought it was Kendrick Bourne. I don't know who the other person was. I thought it was KB. I'm not looking that up. I don't care. But
Dang.
I
I'll be trying to figure out why the viewers are low. It's because you come at them.
Me,
Illinois State?
I'm going, y'all.
Oh, that's where KB and them went. Where did he? Just give us the answer, Thomas. We ain't got the time. Well, is it a current player? Quentin Patton. I would have never got
I knew
that.
it was. That's
Yo, they're like the same receiver.
KB. It was K. Yes, it was. I knew it was a receiver. It was KB before KB. I should have thought back a year.
They're like the same guy. That's so funny.
We got to go. We love y'all, man. Thank y'all very much. Wayne, great show, man.
Great show.
I got to go. I got to go do some taxes, and I can't be late, because then I'm late on the taxes, then I'm going to jail.
When the taxes due? By the 14th? Or by Monday, right? Yeah, whatever Monday is.
They got to sign for an extension. I got to go.
We live for an extension. Kicking it with the fam, bro. This Mike, this Breezie, and this is the B.A.M. show.